Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tatiana. I am a business coach and mentor for women wanting to get out of their own way to start their dream businesses. And I'm so excited you clicked on this particular video because we are going to be talking about what I feel is a passion project of mine, something that has been on my heart for a few years now actually. And I'm excited that I have finally decided to be obedient, really just hearing from God and what He wants me to do with this next project, and I'm excited to share about it, so stay tuned. So it'll be a year this summer from when I'm recording this of when I announced that I was going to close my stationery business. And it was such a scary moment for me because I had no idea what the next thing was going to look like. I had just left my job a bit before that, but I just was not feeling excited about it. I mean, honestly, and I shared all about that in that video, and I've talked about it since then. But because of that, it was just so unclear of what everything was supposed to look like. And so at the time, the Inspire Blueprint was a course that I had started. It was a group coaching program, and I was launching it on and off over time. And the name, the Inspire Blueprint, was so cool to me. It was kind of one of those things that just came to me, and just praying about it and trying to figure out what I wanted to do and the whole meaning of it. And that was when I came out with my acronym of what Inspire stood for. And I'll definitely link all of these things I'm referring to below. But this is kind of the backstory, by the way. All of these different things. And so eventually I was like, you know what? It would be so cool if the Inspire Blueprint was my business instead of just the course. And so that became a whole transition. And then I ended up relaunching the Inspire Blueprint after my stationery business closed, and it became the podcast and the new shop and the brand and everything. And it's where my courses are housed and all of that stuff. But I kept feeling like there was a component that was missing. The biggest thing that I always feel is, especially in business, but really with anything, is I feel like things are always so much better and so much easier to navigate when you have a team, when you have a like-minded person, when you have someone that's just on your side. And so I always talk about community and wanting to have that and really wanting to create that space for people, because when I get on this YouTube channel, my biggest prayer and my goal is always to even just help just a few people that need to hear the message, that need the encouragement, that need the to-dos or the how-to or whatever it is on how to do what it is they're trying to do. I'm all for that, but I also know that there's this level in a lot of us to where we hit a point where it's like, okay, like all this sounds great and everything, but like, I need encouragement, like I need someone to be there that kind of understands what I'm doing. And it doesn't make you any less of a person. There are some people out there like, oh, I can do it all by myself, and for me, that's been the case for me in some aspects. But it got to a point in my business, even with all of my different businesses, where I needed to seek outside of myself. And so I always definitely am praying and working with God through different things. But even more than that, trying to surround myself with like-minded people that understand what it is that I'm doing, that have either been there before, are currently going through it. Whatever the case is, I have always found the most value in those conversations and those resources and just being amongst those people. It's looked very different for me in different seasons, whether it's through like communities within courses, whether it's been through just like different Facebook groups online, through like my own personal accountability partner / really good friend. All of these different things have just really turned into what I feel is a really huge part of my success in my business and how I'm able to keep going, because I have this community that I can turn to. And so I say all of that to say that the Inspire Blueprint has really blossomed from just like this course. It has become this full-fledged movement. And so I'm really excited for this next layer to be added on of the Inspire Blueprint membership, the community. It's kind of interchangeable right now. But basically, it is going to be for women of brand new entrepreneurs as well as existing entrepreneurs, really just wanting a community to help them learn and grow in their business that they are trying to build. It is so important for us to realize that we are forever students and we are not going to know everything, because things are just always changing around us. Even 10 years ago, from when I feel like I first really started kind of getting into social media and just different ventures that I was doing, things were so different 10 years today. So it's like constantly just having to learn all the new trends and programs and things that work and that don't work. And on top of that, just accepting me as a person, that I'm changing as well, and how to navigate through that. And so definitely the learning and growing aspect is important for this community, as well as, of course, being surrounded by like-minded people. I have always said before that I have a very supportive family. Like, I really do, and I'm really grateful for that, because I know that's not everyone's truth. But at the same time, my family does not always really get what I'm doing, and sometimes I feel like I'm over explaining things, or I'm trying to get this reaction out of people that they just don't know to give, just simply because they don't get it. And so having like-minded people around has been such a game changer for me, because it truly validates how I'm feeling, the ideas that I have, and I know who my people are when I need to turn to, essentially, for what it is that I'm trying to do within my business. Because what happens is, if you turn to somebody over here, whether it's like a significant other or a friend or your parent or something like that, while they may be supportive and be like, oh yeah, rooting you on, you got this, they don't always give the best reactions or responses. And sometimes you're like, well, is this dumb? Like, what am I doing? And I have felt like that so many times. And so I really have learned, especially in just different parts of what I'm working on, I might not really share a lot with those people close to me, because they don't need to know all of the ins and outs and the nuances of everything. Because, let's just say, for example, like, let's just get real. If you're deciding you want to start this business and you have someone that you have been kind of talking through this business with over the years, right? You've been kind of like, oh, I want to start it. Oh, I don't think I'm going to do it. Oh, this is difficult. I don't have any time. Like, you kind of are pouring into them, as we do with people that are close to us, just kind of sharing the real. But then you get to a point where you finally decide to do it. Things are going pretty good. And then you kind of reach out to that person to just get some encouragement from them, because you're feeling stuck. And they might be, not even maybe, it could be a hater, or it could just because they don't know better. They might be like, well, you did kind of struggle to get this thing started. So, maybe it's just not meant to be. Like, you tried, whatever. And so that might be the reaction. And now imagine if you get that response and now you're like, well, maybe I shouldn't be doing this, or whatever the case is. And maybe this person is not in entrepreneurship at all, and they have no idea what it is that you're trying to do and the struggles you're facing. And they're not able to tell you, like, entrepreneurship has ebbs and flows. There's going to be times where you feel like you want to give up, and that is normal. It's not a sign telling you that, oh, I shouldn't do this. Sometimes there are different seasons of life where you may need to take a step back, but if it's truly something placed on your heart, it will continue to be there, and it will continue to stare you in the face until you are ready to finally step into that. And so that is something that I think is so priceless about having like-minded people, because these people are either going through it or they've gone through it, and they're able to pour into you in those times where you're feeling kind of unsure about whatever it is that you're doing. And then the last part, which I feel is just really important, is accountability. And I think it's one thing to just write down on a piece of paper, like, oh, I'm gonna do this. I feel like the next layer is adding like into a calendar, or having like an alarm or something that's gonna tell you. But I think the layer above that is really having people in your corner that are there to support you and hold you accountable for what it is that you said you were going to do. And it's not like this thing where it's like, oh, I'm a little kid and somebody got to remind me. Like, no, this is literally like, life is hard. I see you and I get what it is that you're trying to do, but I'm going to be here to help you see these things through. I'm going to be here to help you talk yourself from, like wanting to just give it all up and wanting to just, oh, it's too hard, I'm just not going to worry about it. I'm going to be the person to hold you accountable to what you said you were going to do. And I, or whoever might be in the community, we are going to be there to do that. And that is really what this community is about. It is about all those pieces kind of coming together. As well as I did create a success blueprint course in there as well. It is an exclusive course just for those within the membership. And what it does is it helps you to, first of all, just define what success looks like for you, like in whatever it is that you're trying to do. But then it also gives you these steps using my 6 C's formula to really understand how you can make that happen and what pieces are needed to be in place in order to get to that success. And then the other part of that is just to have something to refer back to, because the way that the course is designed, it's for any type of business, whether it's a product based or a service based or done for you, whatever it may be. It's really going to help you to get back to a point of, if you like took a break from your business, you're feeling overwhelmed, you're feeling stuck, and you just need a place to kind of just reset your mind. That course is that is what that course is essentially for, is to always just be that kind of starting point for you, that reference point for you to be like, okay, let me get back on track. So as this video is up right now, you can actually join the membership, y'all. I am so excited for this. It is officially launched. The Inspire Blueprint membership is ready, and it is for you if you are finally ready to make your business a priority within this year and beyond. I am just so excited for what's to come for this group. So many great things. We have kind of like quarterly focuses where we're going to have an overarching just kind of theme for the quarter, and then that will show up in little bits and ways in our different trainings. One training per quarter will always be a personal development type of training, because I'm so big on the entrepreneur also being built up. We'll have one guest speaker every quarter, which is amazing. I actually have one of the first ones is going to be my accountant. She's going to be coming to do a training for us, so that's going to be really good. On top of that, we have planning and strategy sessions, we have accountability and co-working calls, so many good things. There's a book club in there, the course that I mentioned, the Success Blueprint course, as well as just the community aspect. So just the daily and weekly check-ins and just seeing how everyone is doing, what's going on, sharing wins, sharing struggles, finding support, and really just growing together over time. So I am just beyond excited, y'all. Like, so excited to be recording this, and just that we are at this point where this is now available for you to come and join me. It's going to be such a good time, and I feel like it's one of those things that the longer you are in there, the more value you're only going to get, because there's going to be continuous trainings building on one another. And so you kind of have like this foundation of the Success Blueprint course, and then all of these trainings will kind of be thrown into these different sections of the 6 C's to help you dive deeper into the different areas of your business where you're feeling like, okay, I'm kind of like lacking in the area of clarity. Let me go ahead and see what trainings are in there. And so it's really intentionally done in a way that will set you up for success in any area, in any type of business, and just to help you feel seen and supported. And I am so excited. So I'm going to stop talking about it. Definitely go and click the link down below to learn a little bit more about the Inspire Blueprint membership. See if it's a good fit for you. Comment down below if you've already joined. Hit I'm in here, and I will see you all in the next video. This is definitely a dream come true to be creating something like this. And there are so many things that is to come with this community, but we are just kind of starting small. You know, I'm gonna just kind of inch in a little bit, but there's so many things I'm being called to do with this. And so it's only the beginning, and getting in right now, if you are watching this when this is first kind of like posted, getting in right now is definitely the best time, because this is really where we're kind of getting like our grandfathered in people. These are the founding members of the group, and it's definitely a place you want to be in as we start to grow and just add more things onto the membership. It's going to be definitely something that you want to be a part of early on. So check it out. If you have any questions, definitely let me know, and I hope to see you in there. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.